Hey everybody, you're watching AMTV, Alternative Media Television, hard-hitting and in your face. I'm Christopher Green. It is, of course, Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. Now, Bill Clinton does an interview yesterday on Charlie Rose. Goes on to say that, like, Hillary's fine, and they scrub and edit out when he's asked a question about her fainting spells. He says that she faints frequently, but then they go and scrub that out. In fact, it's even front page news on the Drudge Report. Some of you may have noticed, but he says she faints frequently, but they scrub that. Again, they can't leave the truth in. Charlie Rose can't leave the truth in. The mainstream media can't leave the truth in. But then even more damning, quite literally and concerning, Bill Clinton admits that Hillary has been working like a, quote, demon lately. Take a look at this footage.
You mentioned the interview with between Charlie Rose and former President Bill Clinton. A wide-ranging conversation. We'll play more of it, but for the moment, let's play that portion you mentioned where Charlie asked the former president about his wife's health.
She's doing fine. She was even better last night before she went to sleep. She had a good night's sleep. She just got dehydrated yesterday.
Is that what happened? You got dehydrated?
Yeah.
Because when you look at that collapse, that video that was taken, you wonder if it's not more serious.
No,
than dehydration.
She's been, well, if it is, it's a mystery to me and all of her doctors. Rarely, but on more than one occasion over the last many, many years, the same sort of things happened to her when she just got severely dehydrated. And she's worked like a demon, as you know, as Secretary of State and as a senator, and in the years since.
But more importantly, she's on a grueling campaign.
Yeah.
And you know what that's like, and she's older than you were when you ran.
And she's had two and a half hard days before the day when she got dizzy. Today she made a decision, which I think was correct, to cancel her campaign day.
Right.
To take one more day to rest.
Is it possible that she will be away for weeks from the campaign trail?
No, not a shot. I'll be lucky to hold her back another day.
So Nancy, if you could just tell us a bit about how Bill Clinton has been on the trail. We know he's going to be pinch hitting for his wife the next 2 days. How effective has he been? Is he going to be as good as her?
You know, he's been campaigning all along almost as vigorously as she has been. It doesn't get as much attention, but he makes multiple stops a week as well. And while there probably will be some people at fundraisers that Hillary Clinton was supposed to attend tomorrow who will be disappointed that they won't see her, getting to meet the former president of the United States isn't a bad plan B. And he's broadly popular in the Democratic Party, so that is a big asset for her on the campaign trail, not just this week, but all the time. As far as her campaigning and how quickly she'll get back out there, I mean, one thing that's interesting, having covered her for the past year and a half, is that people get overheated and pass out at almost every single campaign event she does, every single campaign event Donald Trump does. It happened at Bernie Sanders events. So it's perhaps not surprising that eventually it could happen to her, especially at the age of 68 if she is dehydrated. You know, she often stands for an hour and a half at a time during these campaign events, then works the rope line for another 45 minutes.
You know, I think Bill Clinton's pretty smart. I don't know, what about you? Don't you think he's intelligent enough to understand and know the difference between frequently, see the slip, just the slip up? Same thing like with the demon comment. Yeah, she's been working like a demon, because she is one. I mean, literally coming out of his mouth. So I think he understands and knows that I do, you do, the difference between frequently, which they've cut out, and rare. And then he says, oh yeah, she looks like $1 million. She looks fine. I can't keep her off the campaign trail. I mean, how many times has she barreled over into, you know, as she's boarding her plane? Or her legs and knees collapsed from under her, I mean, just a couple days ago. I mean, how many times has she crashed and, you know, broken an elbow or had some other kind of, you know, bodily, physical issue? You can't make this stuff up. But Bill says that Hillary ought not have sexual relations with that woman. Looks like $1 million, and it would be a mystery to him. Top comment again says she worked like a demon because She is one. Nancy McDougall says, Hillary and Bill have certainly opened up the spiritual door of demons, and yes, the demons in them are diligently at work to destroy our nation. And again, I talked about yesterday, folks, how I've never felt my basic instincts, you know, kind of the base vibration, like I have over the past several weeks. You know, where you can clearly see the spiritual battle that we're engaged in. The light versus the darkness. You know, I tweeted out, if you don't follow us on Twitter, please do, because I put out a lot of, you know, personal things that you don't get on Facebook or YouTube, or you can follow me. I, you know, posted this picture of just this beautiful kind of sunset and the clouds and the light versus the darkness and the spiritual battle in the war. And it reminded me of an image that I think is pretty striking. I like for us to put up on the screen a painting of Saint Michael defeating Lucifer's army. A very common image of spiritual warfare where he's up with his, you know, his angel wings and the sword. He's got his foot down. He's pressing down into the hellish, demonic, you know, chaos of the fallen world. Bill says that Hillary's been working like a demon lately. I do think that we've witnessed some divine intervention. And I really do think that we are engaged in spiritual warfare. I also mentioned in our preview video of today's show that I had asked our e-commerce manager, Greg, to find a bug out bag, the Elite bug out bag, that I would vet, because I've been looking for something for quite a while. People ask me, Christopher, what do? You know, give me some how-to advice on some key products that I should have in my prepping arsenal. And one of the most essential items is a bug out bag, which we just put in the store today, which has basically everything that you guys need in the case of an emergency or a national disaster or a Hurricane Katrina type event, or, you know, maybe the grid goes down for a couple days or something like that. Everything you need in this unit. And I had a couple conditions. I asked them, and it took them about 30 days to find me the highest quality product, and let's package the bag ourselves with all the essentials. Because I got a comment, people are like, well, I can package my own bag better for a better price. No, you can't, because that's actually what we did. So I thought it would probably cost about $150, $200, which is, honest to God, what I've paid for a lot of these emergency kits and, you know, off-grid, you know, camo backpacks in the past. But we've done even better. And people ask me all the time, Christopher, what can I do? You know, how can we support you? You know, in addition to on-demand and these things, well, you can go to our store. You can pick up this Elite bug out bag today. You can also patronize, buy some of the new merch and t-shirts that we've got in the store. We've got water filtration systems, food storage options, all things that I've personally vetted that I actually use. So check this out. Go to the AMTV store right now, and I want to give you guys a quick hit list of all the key products included that we've specifically put together. Click the link below, and again, this is an exclusive. You can't get it anywhere else in the world but at the AMTV store. Go to store.amtvmedia.com, or you can go to our main website where you can find our store. For $107.99, you get the Elite Bug Out Bag Kit, the most complete way to ensure you are ready for any emergency, food, essentials, you know, so that you'll be prepared if you're stranded at location. Here's the hit list that we've personally vetted and put together. I personally vetted for you guys. You get the backpack, Deluxe Hygiene Kit, 107-piece first aid kit, 2,400 calorie food bar, purification tablets, water pouches, there's 12 of those, pocket tissue, 30-hour candle, bright stick, 5-in-1 flashlight, 5-in-1 whistle, waterproof matches, emergency poncho, Mylar sleeping bag, tube tent, body warmer, dust mask, shovel, duct tape, paracord, portable fuel stove, 16-function knife, steel cup, tarp, chow set, waist bag, work gloves, golf pencil, notepad, survival playing cards. All in this unit, and probably the next obvious question, you know, and I'll get from people is, you know, how heavy is this thing? Not heavy. I mean, this is not difficult for me to pick up. This is an essential kit You can only get it at the AMTV store. Get it today. I'll put a link in the description. And I appreciate your support. I mean, this is how you support us directly, you know, in addition to On Demand, but also the store, so that we can continue to build out our set, our crew. We can continue to produce more content like we've had. We had, what, 7, 8 videos dropped yesterday? We're doing the same every single day this week and beyond. So thank you so much. You know, I'm truly humbled by the support. It allows us to do this broadcast. Get it today. Show your support. Thank you so much. You know, Trump wants to debate Clinton without a moderator. And I thought this was really interesting because several videos ago, a few weeks ago, maybe even further back than that, I put out a warning to the general public that suggested beware Clinton's camp and her political operatives, her campaign, will push for a sit-down debate. Some of you probably remember this, and you didn't hear this anywhere else up until that point. There's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, the obvious, right? Her health. I mean, she probably can't stand for more than a few minutes at a time without collapsing, which would be a total embarrassment and would be, as one operative in the Democratic Party said, and I'll paraphrase a bit, referring to her recent collapse, a total, this is a quote, total effing disaster. Self-induced disaster, something like he said. So she can't stand, so they'd have to plop her ass down into a comfy chair and then, you know, prop her up in one of those pillows. And, you know, she needs, I don't know, probably like medicated water. They'd probably have to pop some pills or something so that she wouldn't have, you know, one of these, anxious attacks or something on camera. They want to sit her down for that reason. Also, just psychologically, Hillary Clinton looks weaker standing one-on-one to Trump. Trump, a much more imposing figure, would just look better non-verbally as a cue psychologically on camera, the way that they stage the event. Just like they staged something they'd never done before with the town hall, the recent town hall, they'd never done that before with the commander-in-chief event, which was just positioned to highlight that Trump has no experience in the political realm and what would he do as commander-in-chief in the event of global war or the grid goes down. Another reason why these are a good idea. So this article caught my eye. Trump wants to debate Clinton without a moderator because in it he says himself that he thinks they shouldn't have a moderator at all, that they should just sit down and talk. And it's kind of like, well, I understand why Trump would suggest not a moderator, but why would you want to sit down casually? Trump is positioned weaker in a casual setting, in my opinion. He comes from a position, and this is how I would advise him as a political operative, if I was one, he should stand, force Hillary to stand, and highlight her obvious, very, very serious illness, which now top doctors are suggesting that she has Parkinson's. From Washington, Donald Trump wants to debate Hillary Clinton, but he doesn't want to share the stage with anyone else, not even a debate moderator. I think, he says, we should have a debate with no moderator, just Hillary and I sitting there talking, Trump said Monday morning in a phone interview on CNBC. The idea came a week after a widely panned candidate forum last week in New York City with Matt Lauer left many Clinton supporters angry with the host network NBC because they didn't attack Trump enough, right? Because the mainstream media establishment, they need him to attack Trump because they're bought and paid for, Clinton News Network. They're working for Hillary Clinton. So I thought it was a little bit odd. The first debate is at Hofstra University in New York City, I believe on September 26. I'll be very interested to see if they sit. That is very uncharacteristic. I think Trump, I don't know why maybe it was just a slip of tongue. I understand not having a moderator, but sitting is something he does not want to do. I mean, again, with the metal brackets and pieces falling off, if it's not the speculation that she dropped the metal piece as an audio cue, then it was like a brace coming from her legs, FDR style, where it's like holding her up. So force her to stand. Again, this witch has called you out, Mr. Trump, says you're unfit to run and be the president of the United States. Make her stand, man. That's my advice. While the former DNC chairman calls for a Clinton contingency plan because this is a 911 event, quite literally. They are in panic mode, potentially looking for an immediate replacement for Hillary Rotten Clinton. Whether or not that's Joe Biden, who's also had his own medical issues and aneurysms and brain surgery where they had to take top of his head off. No, that's not an exaggeration. That's what they had to do. He has his own ill health and medical issues. And unfortunately, it kind of seems to run in his family with his, what was it, son Beau, who died tragically. Very, tragic event. Or it is Kaine, the radical leftist that we've been digging into and we explored a little bit on last show. Or it's potentially somebody else. But they are in full-blown freaking panic mode right now. Again, Hillary collapsing just a few days ago over the weekend as one Democratic Party operative mentioned, to paraphrase a bit, is a total effing disaster for Hillary Clinton and her campaign. A total effing self-induced disaster. Because again, everything that comes out of her mouth trap is a lie. The only time she's not lying is when she's not speaking, but then even her nonverbal cues are lying. So they are looking for an immediate contingency plan. And Clinton allies, her closest allies, are criticizing her campaign, rightfully so, over the lies, the damnation, and her campaign over her health secrecy. I've got to go to a quick break. Thank you so much for your tremendous support, everything that you guys do. We are winning, folks. Trump has taken the lead in national polls. I'll be getting to all that and more. And please support us at our store. Get this Elite Bug Out bag. Again, we've got an exclusive on it for the next 14 days. You can't get it anywhere else in the world. All personally vetted by me. It's $107. It's a great deal, high quality kit, product, survival bag. You might need it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back.